music going. Let's go with some of this. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, and let me hit the play button. All right, so this is my fourth episode, and I'm actually kind of happy about this because this was an idea that was given to me off of a whim, off of a weird conversation, and it just ended up being a great thing to do. And then why? So I wanted to do a new podcast. So this is episode 4 of the Villains Class. The Villains Club podcast. I am your host, William, aka Saucerin. And today we got a really good topic today. Really great topic. It's going to be basically about women in gaming, and who better to do women in gaming than actual women. I could have added guys in here, but then that'd have been weird. So, what you guys see, if you're watching this on the actual Twitch channel, you see on to the left side, you see Miss Cindy Queens, and on the right side, you see Prommien. I'm going to have them introduce themselves about who they are, basically, and I want y'all to do is name who you are, and 3 of your favorite video games. All right, so we're going to start off with Cindy.
Hi guys, I'm Cindy Queens, and who I am. I'm a lot of things, but at this moment, I am a Twitch streamer. 3 of my favorite games are, I think, like you mean all-time favorite?
We can go with all the time if you want to.
I guess it's Zelda.
Which is Zelda,
Majora's
though?
Mask.
Okay, there you go.
Majora's Mask is my favorite,
Okay.
but Ocarina of Time is up there. But I'm gonna loop that as 1.
Okay.
And then number 2 is, I guess CS:GO, even though I'm horrible at it. And number 3 is, maybe I'll do Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time.
Really? You're just gonna cop out and just choose? That's what we're doing right now?
No, because I was gonna go back to Super Mario Brothers, but there's so many of them. So
I mean, Super Mario Bros. Is perfectly fine. You can go with Super Mario.
yeah, there's so many.
Just lump them. Just lump them all as one. Super Mario Bros. Lump them into one. All right. And what about you, young lady?
I am Prommien. I am also a Twitch streamer, and as far as who I am, I like to hang out. Gaming is one of my ways to relax. Just freaking chill out, hang out with my chat. And as far as favorite games, World of Warcraft is definitely on there because I have no life the absolute heck out of that. I had 27 max level characters at the end of Legion.
Wow.
I currently have something like 43 characters, I think. Yeah.
Easy.
And Final Fantasy XIV, I've never played any of the other Final Fantasies, much to the disappointment of a lot of people. And
Not missing much.
Third game, the Diablo franchise would be my third. I've never played Diablo 3 because I didn't like where they took the story, and I'm a huge person on stories and games. Like, that's what brings me in and kind of keeps me hooked. I'm a big lore junkie, so I can go for hours on lore. It's great.
Okay.
Wow. That's impressive. You have 40-something max characters?
Not max, but I have currently, I think I have 7 max level characters in Battle for Azeroth, but I had 27 at the end of Legion, which was the previous expansion.
It's actually
Wow,
funny
that's
that you said it.
hardcore.
Yeah, because I met Cindy during her World of Warcraft streaming because she plays World of Warcraft, and she plays on the what is it called, the Classic, and she was leveling up her shaman.
Well, it's max level now.
Ooh.
And then I did it when Valorant and CS, I went back to CS:GO and then Valorant came out. But I'm gonna go back to World of Warcraft again.
Yeah, I haven't delved much into Classic, but I started playing on my older sister's account because my older sister was a Classic raider, and she played all the way up until the end of Wrath, and I started playing end of BC, beginning of Wrath on her account, and then I got my own account, and I had complete monopoly on the titanium supply on my server throughout Wrath of the Lich King, so great. I knew all the timers.
So wait a minute. So here's the question then. So then with Classic, are they just going to keep remaking expansions over again, and then you're just be playing the game from the beginning to the end again, or are they going to stop at a certain point?
They haven't really given much regarding that. Like I know they've been progressing through what was classic content because they just released the Wrath of the Blood God part of classic, so they have the new raid that's available. So before it was just Molten Core, and now people are heading into is it Zulamon? Fuck, I don't remember what raid that was, but it's one of the troll raids. It was one of the original classic raids, and it was like I remember seeing videos of the pre-launch event for that, and just how insane it was. It was super super cool.
Oh, she's a
Nice.
hardcore.
Oh,
She's a
she's
hardcore WoW, yeah, gamer. I can't even compare because
so like.
that was my first tune. So she's like,
Well, yeah, but like her experience in WoW is the same as your experience in CS:GO.
well, not really either.
Don't let
Because
don't let
CS:GO,
CS fool you. She's amazing. She's really good at CS:GO. Don't let her fool you. All right, like she can go pro. She can go pro.
I'm so happy you think that. I still consider myself like a noob, but
Oh man, at least y'all can play first person. I can't play first person shooters. I really I really want to get into first person shooters, but I finally got Valorant. I downloaded it. I have to launch it so that me and you can play Valorant later on. So I'm down
Yeah.
for doing that because I'm definitely not streaming today. Holy shit.
aren't you streaming now?
I mean, yeah, but this is like work for me right here.
Oh, I
Like
see.
Twitch is like
This is like not the same as like actually doing a gaming stream
see.
where you have to
Right.
focus on gameplay and stuff.
right. It's like
If you
this-
ever want more people to play fucking Valorant with, like there's a whole bunch of people in Body's community who do that too. So like Hornick and Trevs and Ichabod would be another one.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get into it. I want to get back into first person shooters.
I'm terrible at first person shooters, but I have started.
It's an adrenaline. I like it. I mean, and plus, anything to get me from not playing League because I need to stop playing League. Oh God,
But it was so
Cancer.
much fun yesterday.
it was fun. Oh
I had
yeah,
fun.
yeah, she played League for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play League competitively, so
Oh, wow.
it ruined the game for me. I can't even I don't even have it installed on my computer anymore. For the longest time, it was
Oh
sitting on
my
my
God.
desktop. I'm like, I don't touch it because every time I go in there, I just get angry because I
Yeah.
played very very early seasons before they changed the way supports work. So before supports didn't get any gold for like anything other than kill assists and stuff. So it was really really hard, and of course I played support, but I was platinum ranked with my team
Wow.
for 2 seasons, and yeah, no, it's just I could just get angry. I can't even watch other people play it.
Oh, she was getting so mad when she was watching. She was like, "What is that person in your team doing? What the fuck? I can't deal with this shit." She's like, "I can't deal with this shit. I want to
It's
crush
so
your
much
team."
funny that anger is the emotion that everyone connects League with.
I tell people I keep I don't even know why I even baited you into playing it because I keep telling people like if you've never played League before, count your blessings because the only way the
Well,
game's
you sucked me in yesterday.
that was my bad.
Like,
Actually, you didn't
playing
suck
against
me in.
bots
You just
was
said, "Hey, just
fine.
have it."
Yeah.
The only
Sorry?
mode that I played like the last few times that I've played League was ARAM, just because it's just complete chance, all random, all mid.
Right.
There's one lane, and it's ridiculous. It's all up to chance at that point, and it's like, okay, I know most of the champions are pretty well. Like I play ADC like garbage, so any ADC champions is just not good for me. But it's like I can mostly fake my way through most of the other champions,
Hey, fake it till you make it.
pretty much.
So let's get into like the major topic at hand here because this is a question that a lot of people you see it all the time. Both of you are on Twitter, so both of you you see people talking about this kind of stuff where being that you're a girl gamer and being that a girl gamer you're either classified as a quote unquote a thought because you're showing off you look beautiful and you're showing off your great pictures and everything like that, or you're like there's just so much a stigma against it. And in the community of video gaming, which you would think in 2020 right now, we should be at a fucking point where like
Where it's normalized.
Where it's normalized, right? Like we play fucking video games. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or, and then people think that she has a certain amount of views because she's this, or it's just so much shaming and stuff like that. So I wanted to have this conversation because I felt like this is something that you do see people talk about, you do see people mention, but a lot of times when I've seen people talk about this shit, it's either in a form where there's like a female who's talking about it and she's kind of like very angry and talking about it, or there's a guy who's trying to fucking mansplain the shit. And mansplaining is a fucking thing, and I don't understand why people don't think that it is, but whatever, fuck you, it's my show, I do what I want. So like there's just like these things. So I figure why not just do this forum where I can always talk about me as a guy and some of the things that when I was growing up and what I used to think as well as opposed to what I know now. And then like how hard it is for you, especially being females who are on Twitch and who are streaming, if it's hard or if it's easy for you. So I guess the first question is like, how tough did you find that you wanted to actually be on a stream and that you actually wanted to do a Twitch stream? And when did you decide that, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to use my camera. Maybe I don't want to use my camera. Like how was it stressful for you guys to do streaming?
No. I started streaming, I think, 4 years ago when my friend was like, oh, hey, I know you like video games. There's this platform called Twitch. Why don't you try it? So I never thought that it would be stressful because of what other people would think about me or anything like that. It was more like I didn't have time to do it because I was like working full time, and then it was stressful that I didn't get enough sleep. But it was pretty smooth for me to start gaming. I never really cared about what other people thought anyway, so I didn't really. It wasn't stressful. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Prom?
I don't think the stress for me regarding streaming was really so much as like I didn't have like a double monitor at the time when I started streaming. I didn't have a camera when I started streaming. I didn't even have my computer connected properly. I actually had my sister-in-law and Jake Halls, who's a partnered streamer. They were on a Discord call on my phone trying to figure out why my computer wasn't running at peak capacity because they're my resident tech. And like I had my monitor plugged in wrong for like 3 years. So,
Wait, how do you have a monitor plugged in wrong for 3 years?
Because I didn't realize there were other HDMI ports in my computer because I'm special. I can code with my eyes closed, but the inner workings of my computer are a mystery to me. Yeah, judge me all you want.
I'm not doing
But
I'm enjoying my pizza, that's all.
Your face says differently. But for me, it was just like smoothing that out. And the original reason why I wanted to start streaming was because my boyfriend at the time also streamed. And I wanted to find more ways that I could support him and promote his channel and do stuff like that. So I had this idea that I was going to surprise him by starting streaming, and then I was going to go and raid him. And then he found out that I was planning on starting to stream, and he got really mad at me for not telling him about it. Yeah, that was a whole another kettle of fish. But, okay. When he and I, when he broke up with me, I actually started the stream because he had this impression that I was going to use his channel to promote my own and build success based on his. So I basically started my stream to be like, you know what? I can do this on my fucking own. I don't need you.
Yeah.
And it was more because I didn't have a camera to start too.
Bravo.
Because I did a whole lot of networking before I even started streaming. I had a whole, I got my affiliate for streaming in 7 days.
Wow.
The absolute bare minimum. I got affiliate in 7 days because I had a whole network of people that I was talking to, like Wiggles and Jay and all these people that I met through the Supportive Creators community, which I'm also a part of. And they're all like, oh yeah, no, we'll help you set everything up. We'll help you get overlays and stuff. I had Jay who was running me through how to set up all my bitrate and stuff because I didn't understand any of that. And my friend Prometheus helped me do my test runs of my audio because of course my mic is really sensitive. When I'm on Discord, it picks up everything in the background. Yeah. So I had to find a way to get all my sound gates and stuff set up. So Prometheus helped me with that, and that was 2 hours of absolute rage on my part because I hated every second of it. But like I had people who like I got a 66 person raid on my third day of streaming,
Wow.
which just like floored me, and I was like, why are you people here? Like I don't understand. Even now, it's like people sub to my channel or people like come and raid my channel, and I'm always floored and absolutely amazed and so grateful that I have the support. But I'm just like, why?
I
It's
mean,
nerve-wracking.
for me, it literally took me. Let's see. So I've been off and on streaming for about 5 years, I think. About 5 years. I've been off and on. Then I didn't really start doing it hardcore until about 2 years ago. And it like, things that I know now, I wish I would have known back then, because I feel like if I would have done the things that I would have done back then, it wouldn't be so hard now. Because I'm not a big channel, not at all. And there was one time where I could have gone partner by playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, but then for me, my biggest thing is that game gave me a gambling addiction, so I had to like not play that game anymore. And then I realized that all the people that used to watch me when I played that game don't watch me no more, and it's just like, well, damn, granted, yeah, I was in this one game and this was doing great for me, but like, do I want to be hard stuck and be known for this one game? And it took me a long time for me to get out of that shell of, oh, hey, you know what? It's not about the amount of views, as long as you're having fun. So now I can have 2 people, I can have 20 people in, and I just have fun,
Yeah.
And for me, it's always more fun to be streaming with other people. Like if I'm in Discord with other people, that's always been my thing, because I just love human interactions and talking with people. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then what was the hardest thing about, what not the hardest, but what things did you guys run into being female gamers? Female streamers and female gamers. Like, what do you run into?
There's a lot of people that they're perverts that come in and say like perverted things, which I don't really care, so I ignore it. There were a few people that would ask one thing is they would always try to give me advice about how to get more viewers, just like dress sexier or do this, or someone would, for about a couple of weeks, he told me that he can help me get more viewers, but I needed to listen to him and his advice, which is, I guess, the links that he linked me to when I watched the video, like they would dress a certain way, and then kind of they would walk around a lot, show their body, and I was like, that's great for them, and they're perfect and sexy in their own way, but that's just like not my thing. I want to just play my game and have fun. So that was one of the issues that I was, again, I really don't care what other people say, but there are some times when you're like, should I do something more to get more viewers? But then it goes back to what you said, is you just need to have fun and be comfortable. Whether it's 1 viewers or 50 viewers or thousands of viewers, like I think it's best to be in your own element and not, kind of be persuaded. So yeah, I try to do that. I try to stick to that.
What about you, Prom?
I consider myself very, very lucky because I have seen, especially in a lot of my female friends, like in their streams, like they have the male viewers who come in and they're like, oh, like we could help you build this, or you should dress, you should have your shirt cut lower, you should be wearing makeup. Like I don't bother wearing my makeup on stream. Like I'm not wearing makeup now because I'm way too lazy for that. If I put makeup on, there's better be a damn good reason I put makeup on. I don't really bother. Like it's like if I'm dressed comfy, if you don't like that, too freaking bad. It's like I'm here to play my video game. If you don't like it, bye bye. And I consider myself very lucky with the people that I have in my community already who will 100% chase people out of my chat if they're disrespecting me. But that's because that's the kind of community that I've started building and the kind of people I associate with. But I know because I've seen other things like throughout, like I've had people going, hey, like, do you have an OnlyFans account? And I'm like, no. No. But yeah, I mean, yes, Sav, that is a direct jab at your
an OnlyFans
Bruh.
account.
Do you know what an OnlyFans is?
I'm assuming it's like a private account or a separate account where like
It's like Patreon for nudes,
oh, I see.
essentially.
Yeah,
Huh.
basically.
People pay to see naked pictures of you, and I'm like, no, not my jam.
Now,
It's not my thing.
Aiden from my chat says, takes a lot of strength to be able to keep ignoring, brush off all the negativity if you get targeted with that are 100% about how you look, in my opinion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I have a lot of issues with how I look anyway. So it's like if somebody's like, "Oh, you need to try harder," I'm like, "Why? I don't know you." It's like the thing that I've established for myself, especially while I'm streaming, is like this is my space. You want to come into my space and try and tell me how to do shit? You're gonna get beaten down.
Yeah, cause and actually Aiden, she's another she's a good like she's known me longer than most people. I've known Aiden and we go way back from playing Lineage and all these other games from like back in like the shit that oh my god, I'm old. What the fuck? Sorry. Yeah, I've known her for a long period of time. And like she did streaming as well for some time, and I will sit in her streams and I would see a lot of that stuff as well. And I'd kirk out. Don't call me Fossil 7. Yo, fuck you, Aiden. I don't need this kind of negativity right now. All right.
Fossil 7.
Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. I need you to not give them ideas, Aiden. That'd be awesome. But yeah, so like I've seen a lot of people in her stream and like that, and that's what she was saying. That was like one of the things that actually made her stop streaming is because of like people like that. And Aiden's streams were always great. I mean, like I always sat there and loved it. I used to always make fun of her broken English and everything like that. And but it was love, like.
So you make fun of everyone, huh?
I do.
Oh,
I
good.
do.
If he doesn't make fun of you, that means he doesn't like you.
Thank you. I'm glad people understand this.
Now you understand why I make fun of you.
Yeah, I know. What did it say? So the last person called her a fat cow lesbian dyke was the last thing that said to me pretty much before I shut down and never streamed again.
What the hell is wrong with people?
Well, again,
Like,
again, reasons why we have conversations like this. Like you would
fucking
think.
keyboard warriors. That's all I have to say. Because everybody's like, oh, I'm behind a screen. So, like, I can say whatever I want. Those people are the absolute worst. I hate them so much. It's like, I don't care if you're behind a computer screen.
Yeah.
It's like, you're talking to an actual person. You're going into their space.
Like, yeah. I mean, like being.
I've actually been given mod privileges in certain people's chats because I've just gone absolutely postal on somebody who said something. Like my friend Nia, who's another female streamer, she had this one guy who was super, super creepy in her chat, just like absolute creep. And I'm like, please, dear God, give me. I'm like, none of the rest of your mods are here. I'm like, please, dear God, give me mod powers because I need to time this guy out. And after he was timed out, he came back and he was like chatting again. I'm like, nope, bye, ban. I like the power of the ban hammer.
I think those people who are that negative and mean behind the computers, they're just like not happy with themselves. So I kind of
It's a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. It's like you have to get the power by taking away somebody else's power.
Yeah.
Which I just
So ignore them.
it's never been something that I've understood because it's like I try my hardest to make everybody feel good. Like one of the things that I get comments on all the time, especially for my stream, is I'm very good at interacting with my chat. It's like I will kill myself in a game just so I can be like, oh hey,
I've
how's it
witnessed
going?
this is actually accurate. Yes.
It's like I've just died in games. Been like, yeah, I'm gonna ignore the game for a few minutes because I want to talk to my chat.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I mean that's another thing. Like another reason why, like I wanted to talk to you two guys because you guys have. I love your guys' community. You guys aren't like these big time female streamers who have like hundreds of people coming in constantly and talking to them and then like that. And your communities is no less entertaining than someone who has more people that comes in. I've seen it when Cindy's had a plethora of people inside her channels. I've seen it when Prom has been people rating in her channel, and I'm sorry, it's the funniest thing to watch Prom get rated, because the first thing the first thing that she fucking says is, "Oh, hey, thanks for the raid, guys. I'm not sure why the fuck you're here, but like, thanks for the raid. I'm not that entertaining at all, but hey, if you want to be here and waste your time, I am appreciative." And I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like something she says all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my go-to thing. Like, I don't know why you're here, but hi.
Mm-hmm. And I love it. And like, I love you guys. You guys are like, I'm a very blunt. Like I said, I'm just to the point. Sometimes I say things that get lost in translation and shit like that. And one of the things I always like to tell people, like, hey, listen, I don't mind if you classify me for something that I did because I did it, but don't classify me because I have a fucking penis. And then the fact that you guys have always been like so cool, and and y'all understand that, and it's always been great to be in your guys' streams. So you guys are really great. Actually, if I had to add it up, you're probably the 2 female streamers that I actually will take the time out to go out of my way, if I'm not doing nothing, to watch you guys when you are streaming.
Oh, thank you.
And if I'm not streaming, or if I'm not able to watch it, I'll drop a lurk in your channel and let you know, hey, got a lurk in your channel, but I'm probably like passed out somewhere.
Much appreciated.
Which I always appreciate.
Yes, I do.
So now the next question is that, so, you get these guys, like, do you ever get people that come up to you and say, oh, well, the only reason why you're streaming is because, you're attractive. The only reason why you get viewers is because you're attractive, Like, do you ever get people who say things like that to you?
Yes, and a good amount of them are my guy friends, only because they don't understand the Twitch platform, who say that. But once they realize what it is, they know that it's more than just a cute face in front of the camera. You need to interact. And there's a lot of competitions out there now. There's like a lot of female.
Oh, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off for a second, but Aiden says, and I quote, "You guys hitting me in the feels, making me want to stream again."
Oh no, Aiden, you have to stream. Continue to. Why did she stop?
Because people are assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. No, you have to stream. Don't give them too much power. If that's what you want, you should totally do it.
Hey, you can stream.
Make me a mod.
You can stream your 10. You can stream your 10-month-old. I mean, Riley, I'm sure he has a lot of. She just had a kid like 2 months ago, and I'm sure.
I have a lot of friends who actually bring their kids like onto their streams and stuff, like Bearded Razorback, and I have Papa Loke, and his son's constantly hanging out with him. My friend Joker Knights, him and his daughter play all the time on stream, and those are like some of the most entertaining streams because, oh my god, kids are amazing.
One of the things that I'm really missing, and I wish I could be able to, not missing that, one thing I've always wanted to do, because like, so my kids, people who don't know, I have twin boys. And,
I didn't know that. So cute.
I've told you I had twin boys.
Sorry, don't
Like,
yell at me.
really
Motherfucker, what?
I didn't hear it then.
Literally, the 3 females right here, right now, Cindy, Prom, and Aiden, know more about my personal life than most people do, and you're the one that always forgets shit.
I know. Hey, that's nothing personal, okay?
No, I know it's not the person. That's why we keep that. That's why we talk. I know it's not personal.
Well, I'm gonna remember from now on.
No, you're not. Don't even tell me that, Larry.
No, this I remember that you have twins.
Okay, but like, one of the things that I like with my boys, I've always wanted to like stream with my boys. Now I can never do that because their mom's a lunatic. But I've always wanted to do that because I love watching streams when people have their kids and they're just sitting there playing with their kids and streaming and stuff like that, because kids just don't give a fuck. They'll say whatever, and I love it. And like, I love watching, like, there was one guy who always did, like, it was like Thursdays or Fridays, he always played games with his daughter. And they'll be sitting there, and he'll just be sitting on the floor with his daughter, and they'll be sitting there playing games. So you got the nice camera view of the 2 of them sitting there, and you got the other camera view of the game right there. And it's just so great watching them laugh and play. And then she'll say some real outlandish shit, and we're all like, "What?" And like, that is definitely your kid, and I love that.
Kids are sweet.
So yeah, I mean, I'm totally for it. But yeah,
Especially twins.
Oh yeah. My boys. Just imagine me smaller with no filter. Cause see, I have to put a filter on. So imagine them with like me smaller but with no filter. and then they look at you like, well, then they look at you like, hey, it's totally okay for me to say it. And I'm just like, no, 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 you little shit, it's not okay.
Aiden said, "See, that's cute, but that's cute. I can't do that. I'm stuck chasing mine."
Yo,
Well, she's
Riley's
Yeah.
10 months old. 10
Riley's
months old is,
fast.
I think,
Oh
more
yeah,
demanding.
oh yeah. But yeah, so like, do you guys? So you get people to come in and they tell you, oh yeah, you was telling us, Cindy, about how people say that you're only getting viewers because you're cute.
Or they think that what I do is just looking cute to
They
attract
essentially
attention
just
from
like tell
guys.
you think that you're an e-girl essentially.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is again totally fine for all the girls out there, and if that's their
Mhm.
thing, totally fine. But it's funny to think that when you tell them that you stream, they think it's perverted because there's a camera on you, and that they think it's more of a perverted thing. But I explain it to them, and if they get it, they get it, and then if they don't, then they don't. But yeah, I have people who think that, and these are my real life friends too that know me, but
Oh,
they don't mean it in like in a bad way. But I think that's just like the stigma or the stereotype that they have being in front of a camera. So
I mean, I'm sure some of my friends who don't game might think that, but I consider myself very lucky that a lot of the people that I associate with, like my entire family is all gamers,
oh
and
wow,
a
that's
lot of them
cool.
are familiar with Twitch, and even like a lot of the other people that I associate with, like my senior partner at work, he's a gamer and he knows of Twitch, and I get so much support. I don't like again, I'm really lucky that I haven't really gotten very much of that,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
but I think it's part of the way I've built my community and the way I've built like the people that I associate with.
Yeah.
So it's not as big of a problem. I'm sure at some point I'm gonna have somebody that comes into my channel and makes like some comment. It's like, oh, you're just doing this for attention, and I'm like, no, I'm doing this because I enjoy playing the game. It's another
Mm-hmm.
reason why I didn't really start my stream, especially after I got a camera, which my best friend gave to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I don't really dress up. I don't put makeup on and stuff. I know there's a lot of people who do because it's a comfort thing for them. But me, it's like, this is who I am. If you don't like it, screw off. I don't care.
It generally is weirder to see when she does do it because I'm just like, who the fuck is this person? like, like I don't know you.
It's amazing how makeup can change the look of your face. And, you know, when I do makeup, I, go all out with like the contouring and all that kind of stuff. But I don't do it very often because I'm lazy.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
If I
Uh,
got ready to stream, I would never. I wouldn't be able to make it. It takes me so long.
what? How long does it take you to put makeup on?
Well, I mean, I just draw eyebrows and put lashes on, but what am I gonna wear? This and that, and then like that's why I just wear a sweater because I'm like I just want to be comfortable, and it's not about
Oh, yeah.
I don't. So,
Like for me, 90% of the time it's like I put on a tank top and I'm wearing sweatpants. So
yeah.
it's
Aiden
like,
goes.
it's like, are my boobs hanging out? No? Good.
As long as the essentials are there. As long as the essentials are there,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like there are times where I'm not 100% mental capacity to like be 100% confident. No one is. There was one time and he's like one of my VIP viewers, and VIP meaning like he's been supportive for a very while. And one time I wore my hair up in a ponytail, and he's like, "I like your hair down better." So like I went and took my hair down, and I was like, "But that's not really me." I would have been like, "Fuck you," like this is
Yeah.
how I'm gonna be. But me bringing that point up is like it can be stressful because it's like people constantly saying stuff to you. But then I think the best thing is to like sometimes I like to meditate before I come on to make sure that I don't get offended or in any way because I'm just feeling emotionally like less strong than other times. But it's sometimes it's mentally stressful, and it's very good that you have a great support system because not everyone has that. So
Yeah, no. Like I said, I consider myself very, very lucky. But I mean, there are days where it's like, I can't even bring myself to like have any fake energy, so I'll just because I communicate a lot through Twitter, and it's just like, hey, I'm not having a good day. I'm not streaming tonight. It's like
Yeah,
that's the end of
totally.
it for me. But like for me, it's like when I start on my stream, it's basically I'm in my head. It's like, this is my space.
Mhm.
If people want to be in my space, they're going to show me respect, and they're going to show my mods respect. And if they're not respecting me or my community or my mods, they don't deserve to be there.
Mhm.
And it's something that I've talked to a lot of my other friends about, because I've been in other people's streams where they just let people go in their stream for just a little too long, and it's like I have zero tolerance for that. If I see somebody who's being disrespectful to a streamer, I call them out on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, my sister's raiding in the background.
That's okay. That's so okay. So okay. No, and you make a lot of good points. You know, like in my stream, like I'm glad that anyone who's a mod in my stream, the only person that's been a mod on my stream that hasn't known me for a long period of time is Prom. Like when Prom came into my stream, I gave her mod like day one. And that's because me and her been talking from before that, and I dig her vibe. So it's just like, and I know the type of person that she is. So she gets mod, like she got mod on day one when she came in my stream. I just know how she collects and carries herself. And I'm just lucky that I got like mods who come in, and there's people like Video Bird who's been around since when I came back, and when I was getting like those 60, 70 views and people like that, he was like, him and Fixian were like two people who were like the only ones that kind of stayed around, you know, and these are people who have never known me. So like, you know, I gave them like the mods and everything like that, which is because of that. And then, you know, I have people like Aiden and her husband Chromus. Again, they've known, and actually I've known her husband before I knew her, which is just a whole funny weird story. Next time. Like they've known me for so long, so like they're some of the oldest people that have known me. And then of course Archer, who, you know, I tell people that he's my brother because no one's going to tell me differently, but I've known him since like 1996, so no one's going to tell me he's not my brother. And so, you know, like all of my mods are people who they're in my little inner circle, and I'm always looking for people to bring into my little inner circle, because these are the people who I have the most fun with. You know, like yesterday when Cindy came on and she came into the my voice chat for the first time on my stream was huge for me, because it's like now I'm slowly starting to integrate her into my inner circle now, and then now she gets to come in and start playing games with me and my friends and things like that. And then like now, like Prom, I'm slowly trying to get her into it, because I'm trying to get her to make a character on Final Fantasy 14 on my server, but she's like being mean to me and not doing it. And I'm not calling you out or anything. I'm just saying.
You just called her out.
Totally calling me out.
Yeah.
Very subtle way.
Just a little subtle way. Hey, Bliss.
Not even subtle. That's just a 100%. I need you to be on my server.
I mean, you're not wrong. Bliss,
Yeah,
and this is kind of funny, because now another female streamer who I watch, Bliss, she's in chat as well. How you doing, Bliss? How's everything going? So like, and that's another thing too. Is just like when you, because like if I remember correctly, because well, Prom has a lot of different types of friends, but like when you, Cindy, I believe you have more male friends than female friends, and then Prom, do you have the same situation as well?
Yeah, I very much have a lot more male friends than I do female friends, mostly because of gaming, to be honest.
Right.
And part of it is especially like when I was younger, because Cindy, I'm almost 30. Most people don't believe me, but it's like when I was younger.
Just turned 40, so it's okay.
She's a fucking Highlander. She's a fucking Highlander. She's immortal.
But it's just the mentality of, you know, like you go out, they go out of their way to try and get this boy's attention, or, you know, they have to dress a certain way, and if you're not dressing girly, you're not one of the girls, or this, that, the other thing. Going shopping, it's like, I don't even like going shopping now. It's like, if I'm going to the mall, I know exactly what I'm getting. I know what stores I'm getting it from, and then I'm in and I'm out. Occasionally I wander into some stores just to like window shop, because, you know, I do have a little bit of a girly side where it's like, ooh, that's pretty, I want to go look at that. But they never have it in my size because I'm tiny. So
Speaking of, Speaking of Tanya, how tall are you guys again? And yes, I'm height shaming right now.
You know how tall I am. I
Yeah,
told you.
yeah, I know.
4'11".
Yeah, I know.
I'm older and smaller than you.
I'm 5'3" and taller than both of my sisters. So
Now,
My younger sister told him, yeah.
now Bliss says I have more male friends just because females are too catty, sneaky, and judgmental.
yep,
Okay, so you all agree with this.
100%. Oh yeah.
Oh, all four of you agree with this shit. Okay.
It's there's I don't know, like there's some weird female mentality where it's like you're in constant competition with each other because there's always the pretty friend, there's always the smart friend, there's always like every female friend group they have the pretty one, they have the emo quote unquote chick, they have like the smart chick, and there's always like the little cliche stereotypes in every female friend group, and I'm like, I've never really fit in any of those categories because
Now,
I just,
as a female streamer, having a lot of male friends and stuff like that, do you hear people either inside the stream or outside the stream be like, "Oh yeah, you're just fucking them guys," or like how does that affect
I get
you?
comments like that from my mother.
Oh, well then.
If I tell her that about like a male friend, she's like, "Oh, like do we get to meet him?" And I'm like, "What do you think this is, Mom? Like, thanks, I think."
Stop trying to find me a suitor.
Unintentional homework.
Or like when my older brother and sister-in-law announced that they were pregnant with their first child, my mom looked at me and went, "Oh, we always thought you'd be the first one pregnant." Thanks, Mom.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh shit.
My mom since I'm of age, so they stopped saying that to me. They just want me to be happy and be eventually married. But I think I've already past that age for them to stop saying that to me. But with friends, like I have a core group of girlfriends, but they're not gamers. They're all married with kids. So like majority of the people in the community who are guys, they're just gamers, or they're not female because, well, I don't know. I would like to have more female viewers, but I guess there's more guy viewers than girl viewers.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I mean, so like, as a male streamer, and I am definitely like I'm not gonna be like other people who like, because there's people who sit there and they'll fucking lie to their fucking teeth. That's just not me. I'm too lazy to fucking lie now. I did that shit when that's that young boy shit. I'm a grown ass man now. I just turned 38. Shout out to 38. I'm on my grown man shit, so I've learned that, what, who I was back then is not the same as who I am right now. So, when I was doing streaming, I used to get mad. I'd be like, why the fuck is this bitch sitting here streaming and she got like 400 people on there and she ain't doing shit in the entire thing, and I'm sitting here busting my ass and I'm sitting here with 10 or 15 people. And I used to get mad at that shit. Like I used to be so mad at that. And then now I'm just like, like as years progress and I realize, no, you know what? First off, I'm the fucking asshole for knocking somebody for their hustle. Like I don't knock nobody for their hustle. If you are a female and you're however you're getting your money, then that's how you fucking need to get your money. Like I have a lot of female friends who do OnlyFans. And they have OnlyFans account and stuff like that. And I'm just like, do you, baby? Like who the fuck? No one's telling you how to make your money. And a lot of the girls that do OnlyFans account is kind of funny and interesting is because they are some of the great, like the OnlyFans community is such a good community and they treat each other so well. There's this one girl on Twitter and she was talking about how when she does the live viewings on her OnlyFans account, the guys there are just so fucking amazing. They're so respectful and this and that. But let her log on to fucking Twitch and people are like, oh yeah, show us a tit. And like, it's just like, what the fuck? So like these are things that like I'm a hustler, and anyone who does streaming, they're a fucking hustler. This is how you make your money. Rather if you're doing it because you're selling feet pics to somebody, which I'm not gonna lie, I saw this one girl making like $5,000 a month doing feet pics.
Wow.
And I'm like, as a photographer, I can use that kind of money. Anyway, #feet.com. But
You
like,
should do pics.
I mean, if I can find people who's willing to do it and then y'all want to make some money, I'm down. Like I'm down. Like I'll and I'm nice. So like you can get like we'll do 70-30 cut. I'll get 30, you get 70% of the cut. I'm not greedy.
I'm saying you should show
Oh
your
no,
feet.
fuck no. My feet look like that. I should be swooping out of the sky and picking up small children and animals. That's what my feet look like. So no, we're not definitely doing that. But yeah, so like I see people doing that shit, and I'm not knocking nobody for their hustle, you know. So like I had to grow into that and be like, you know what, this is me. I need to be better. I need to be better. And then when I see people who say this shit and they use those excuses, I'm like, no, she's better because she's entertaining. She's better because she knows how to connect with her audience. She knows how to work with what she has in order to make that bread. You're just a lazy son of a bitch who doesn't want to put the effort into it.
Sometimes it takes longer for certain people to find their niche because they themselves do not know who they are, and it takes longer. But I think if you just keep with the grind, you'll eventually find it. I mean, I'm still searching for mine, but until I find it, I'm just going to do what I'm doing, which is sometimes just playing games in my sweater.
So like playing games in my sweater. Then we're gonna put that on a sweater, like playing games on my sweater. Looking for Cindy Queen's merch, guys. That's her first shirt right there. No, I mean it's so like what is the hardest things for you guys for streaming?
I think trying to find my niche or my content. I think we spoke about this, like trying to find content.
Yeah, we always have that conversation. Yeah.
I had to Google at one time how to come up with the content. Like I know what content is, but like I just couldn't grasp it. And I'm starting to get it. But sometimes my head is all over the place that I can't commit to one thing. That's why till this day I don't have a sub badge, which is horrible, which I was working on today because I'm trying to figure out what my branding is. But I think that's one of the harder part. And another one is to tell everyone that I'm streaming. Like I told my parents now. I'm a real estate agent, but I don't really I'm not really it's not out in the open that I stream because I guess I have that fear of like, oh my God, you're this age, you're not married, and you're playing video games, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm almost out of that shell. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it up and see where it goes. But I think it's important to be comfortable in your skin. That's probably the hardest part.
What about you, Prom?
For me, honestly, this is going to sound so lame, but like the hardest part for me is just deciding what the hell to play on any given day because like I have a variety of games that I like playing, but I know there are some that are more entertaining for people to watch than other games. So, yes, baby girl, we can hear you. But it's like games that I like playing aren't always like the most viewer friendly games, but I try to make sure that I'm playing something that will be entertaining for people to watch, as well as me being able to comment either on the game or like just be able to still hold a conversation with my community. My mom doesn't understand Twitch, but she understands that I'm a gamer because, like I said, like my whole family are all gamers. My mom's not as much of a gamer, but like me and my siblings used to set up LAN parties of Diablo and Diablo 2, and we'd just sit there and fucking play all the time. So she understands that this is like one of those things that I do to unwind. And when I told her, hey, you know, I'm doing this and I can actually get paid for doing this now because I am now an affiliate. And so she kind of was like, okay, you know, like you do you know, kind of her own little bit of encouragement. But like, I think especially more recently, it's because I've had so many people who come into my chat. They're like, oh, you know, like, do you have this game? Do you want to like play this together? I've been so used to playing games by myself that yes, we know life is miserable, but like I've played games by myself for so long. It's weird for me to play games with other people. I think
Facts.
the only game recently that I've played with somebody else that has been something that I do for a long-standing period of time is Remnant,
Yeah.
and I've been playing that a lot with Syax because his community is also quite awesome, and all of the innuendos that come out of that game, like Jesus.
Very true. Very true.
That baby has a lot to say.
So
Yeah, well, she's discovered that she can vault out of her chair, so now she has to be strapped into it, and she does not like the fact that she is now strapped in to the chair. So,
It's
baby
so cute.
vaulting, the new sport for the quarantine, guys. Quarantine sport.
yeah.
Okay, so here's some comments from the chat. Bliss goes, a lot of female streamers, not all, wear skimpy outfits, show their body to make money like this is a soft porn website, and they get loads of views and money for it, and then say that they are pro gamers. It gives real gamer girls a bad name. Do you agree or disagree with this?
I think if the person is wearing the skimpy outfits because they feel sexy in those outfits and they're not doing it, and even if they do it to get more viewers, more power to them. As long as they're not disrespecting themselves, I think it's okay. Um, but if they are really, because I don't want to shame anyone, but
Right.
there are going to be some people who are using their sexuality. Again, more power to them, but other people may not agree with it. And some girls kind of do go overboard, but I don't think that we should care too much about that. As long as we do what we do, it should be okay.
What about you, Bliss? What about you, Prom?
Well, there's two sides of it. There are some of those women who don't ever play games, so the fact that they call themselves female gamers and like pro gamers and shit really bothers me. But at the same time, there are some of those women that I watched game, and I'm like, you are kicking ass. So like, I get irritated about the ones that call themselves pro gamers who don't do anything except just sit there and say, "Oh, I'm just chatting," and that's all they do their entire stream. But by the same token, it's like some of those girls are actually really good at what they do,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
they're entertaining to watch. And it's like not my thing because I'm not comfortable enough myself to like sit on stream with like basically no clothes on, despite how many people are like, "Oh my god, you're so attractive," blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're all liars, but thanks.
You're all trying to trick me. I'm hideous. Ah. All right, so next up we have is Aiden. So Aiden goes, personally, I get over that by telling myself that I'm just not like that, lol, and that I don't want to be about that. I think it's far from okay. Don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't matter to you as an individual. You do you, I'll do me. A struggle. People think that are entitled to play with you on demand because they sub or donate. And
Oh
then she
yeah.
also says, and get mad when you say, nah, not today. I'm going to play this game by myself.
Like I've never actually had anybody get angry at me for saying, you know, like, no, I'm kind of just doing my own thing. It's more, it's like I just feel kind of guilty because I know there are a lot of people in my community who want a game and who want to do, like, even if we're not sitting in Discord and chatting, they just want to play the game. And I'm like, it's so weird for me to play games with other people, like even WoW and whatnot. It's like I don't really play very many games with other people. Final Fantasy, do all that shit on my own because
I've been
it's
trying,
just
folks.
what I've been used to.
I've been trying to get her into Final Fantasy with me, folks, and it is a struggle for me. I'm going on 2 weeks struggling here, guys. I'm drowning in this shit.
Oh, the 2 week struggle. Such a horror.
The 2 week struggle is real, man. It's real, bro. Let's see. Bliss goes, I mean, I'm not mad at what they do, but it does affect me or has affected me before. I've gotten hate for it before or called out my name because I'm not like them. Even though I could care less what people think or say, it still sits in the back of my mind.
And
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's and like to me, like a thing that does again, like there's a saying, and I don't know. Like, every time I say this, some people are like that's not a real saying, and then every time other people are like, oh yeah, I've heard that before. And there's a saying that I use a lot, and it goes, "You can pee on my face all you want, but don't tell me it's fucking raining."
You can pee on my face all you want, but
but don't
don't tell
tell
me
me that it's raining.
that it's raining. Okay.
So, but that
Can you
being,
mean
so that like in that situation,
that?
huh? That
I
is
get what you're saying.
that is a saying. That is a real saying. I didn't make that shit up. Okay, that is a real saying. But like when people like. Also, she doesn't know that I see her. Another female streamer that I watch as well, Wiley Peach. I know she's lurking in the channel as well. So shouts out to Wiley Peach as well. Another thing, like, it's just like, if you're gonna call yourself a gamer, then yes, call yourself a gamer. Be a gamer. It's not there's not a fit trope of, oh, you have to look this way or do it. You have to just be someone who plays games. And you have to be like the term gamer is you are a gamer. Like, and I'm not talking about sitting there playing, Bubblegum Crisis, where the fuck that damn game is, Crush Pilot. What's that mobile game again?
Candy Crush?
That's it. 10 points for her. Yeah, I'm not talking about like you sitting there playing Candy Crush or anything like that. You're not a gamer if you're playing Candy Crush. I mean, you're a gamer like when you sat there. Aiden, not like this. I don't need your fucking sass, okay? I don't need your sass, Aiden. I'm talking about like when people say, like, oh yeah, like you're a gamer when you sat there playing a game, and then you're getting serious when you have the controller in your hand and you do that one motion, you sit up forward, like, okay, I'm in zone. Like you moving up forward is gonna, like, there's certain things that you should use as being called a quote unquote gamer. But if you're just using your physical attributes and so forth in order to get views, no, you're not a gamer in my opinion. You're a model. Then call yourself a model. If you want to put model learning to play games, that's awesome. But like, I feel like it shits on people who are actually gamers when you call yourself that and you're actually one. It gives people who are actually gamers a bad look.
Yeah.
It can. It does definitely make an impact on the people, like the women especially, who are trying to be like, hey, like I am legitimate. I am like just doing my thing. And we get a lot of comments of, like, oh, you're not a real gamer. It's like, oh, really? So what the fuck am I doing right now? Just, twiddling my thumbs, whatever.
All these headshots I'm doing, I'm clearly not a gamer,
Yeah, no, it's like, this is all just fluke,
Oh, so me winning all these tournaments is not gaming at all. That's cool. So do you guys, I mean, like, so one thing that, Cindy mentions that she meditates before she jumps into a stream. And, she puts her, I guess, see, I was about to say she gets her feng shui set up, but if anyone's watching this, clearly that sounded racist. So I had to cut myself from saying that.
Oh, you said it.
But I still fucking said it. But like, that's just the way my fucking brain works. Okay. Look, that's just the way my brain works. But she has to get her fucking zen in order, and then she has to get that. So what about you? Like, how do you get your zen in order, Prom?
Usually it's like, make sure I have something to drink. I go for a smoke, and then I sit down, listen to music for the first little bit, and sort of just get myself into whatever game I'm getting into. I don't really have any specific kind of ritual.
Let's see. Wiley Peach says, my zen is me throwing myself into a chair and going, fuck it.
Whatever works.
I like that then.
Yeah.
Aiden goes shower, hair, makeup, back then sig, and then start stream. Okay.
Shower, hair, makeup, back then sig.
Okay. No,
yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, everyone has their rituals, everything like that. Like I said, like I really want Aiden to start streaming again because I love watching her streams, and like I've known her when she used to live over across seas in the Netherlands, and her broken English was my favorite thing to talk about because like we've sat there and we'll talk, and then she'll say something. I'm like, no, that's not the right terminology. Hey, look, you gonna throw shade at me? I'm gonna throw shade back at you. You get the shade. You give me shade. I give you shade. Okay, that's just how we doing it, Aiden. That's just how we doing it. And I love watching her streams because like Aiden's is great, and like she played when she like, 'cause she's a League of Legends player, so she plays League of Legends,
Ooh, nice.
and I loved it. Like watching her play League and like watching like there'll be moments when she'll get so mad. Her like her was it Dutch? I want to say Dutch, and I know if I get this wrong, she's gonna curse me out in whatever language she speaks. But it'll kick in, and then
Brit.
no, it'll kick in, and watching her get frustrated, that she totally forgets that she knows how to speak English, and then she just goes on a tangent. Just don't call me a Viking. Okay, that's fair. I won't call you a Viking.
But Vikings are awesome.
Nah. Oh, she can give you stories about that. She can tell you stories about
I
that.
mean, I do know like stories about, like some of my friends from the Netherlands who don't particularly like being called Vikings, but I think it's hilarious. So
See, I'm glad. See, do it for the memes. Do it for the memes. But I love Aiden's, and I love watching her streams because of that. You know, she has such charisma, and she's very, like, it's great. And with her, you know, it was sad for me to not see her stream more, but I totally understand, you know, because people are assholes, and you know that's just what it is. Let's see, what was okay. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this guys up because we've actually got a good hour in. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So and everyone has to go. 'Cause I know Sydney has to go stream. I know Prom has to do her things as well. So with that being said, guys, first of all, ladies, thank you so fucking much for doing this. I know this was impromptu. I know this was crazy, but you know what? This is fucking awesome, and I love
Yeah.
this.
this was fun.
So
I had fun.
thank you guys so much. I have another show I'm gonna do with Prom as well. Because this right here wasn't the original show that I was going to do with Prom. I have another show that I'm going to do with her, and I have to find one other person for. But this is fucking awesome, and I fucking love this, and you guys are amazing. So with that being said, people, Cindy, tell them how they can find you.
Cindy_Queens. That's my handle. That's how you can find me.
Okay, and Prom.
It is Prommien on Twitter and on Instagram and Twitch.
Hey,
I'll say hello in the chat.
there you go.
Yeah.
So, and then what I'm going to do, guys, is that also when you guys take a look at this podcast, you can check out this podcast on Anchor.fm and they like promote me on a whole bunch of other places like on Spotify and stuff like that. But I'm gonna put their links on this description, and I'm gonna give them the link so they can go to the podcast and they can listen to themselves and be like, oh my god, my voice doesn't sound like that, because everyone does that shit.
It's always so weird listening to my own voice. I hate looking at my VODs for that reason.
It's
I
been
never look at it.
it's so awesome. I love their streams. You guys gotta watch their streams. They are entertaining. They're great. They're fucking awesome. Also, one day when Aiden does come back, you gotta watch her stream. You definitely gotta check out Bliss. She's a fucking amazing Overwatch player. Wiley Peach is another great female streamer. And one of these days, okay, here's a quick question. If I set up a gaming thing where like all you ladies are just sitting there and playing games, and you know you guys are streaming at the same time, and basically I'm just going to be commentary and like and just doing that, would y'all be down for that?
I love it. Girl
Sure.
power.
Bet.
I'm all about that girl power.
Bet, because I want to promote that girl power. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, you can check me. My name is William Saucerin. I haven't got to change my Twitch TV yet because I have to wait 2 months because Twitch, fuck you. And yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that's a great thing to say on your stream.
Hey, everyone knows the Villain Podcast is unapologetic. I'm a super villain.
This is true.
I'm unapologetic. All right, guys. You guys take care. Anything else y'all want to say before we go? Y'all want to say bye?
Hydrate, stay I said self. Stay safe and love yourself, and that's it.
Yeah. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you all for coming in. I mean, yeah.
Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye, Mom.
And we are done, guys. So thank you guys so much. Cindy, go do your stream. I'll lurk in there in a minute.
How do I do
Yeah.
this?
How do you turn it off?
Okay,
There's a
there.
big red button down there that says disc. Oh, she learned it. She learned it. All right, guys.
She learned.
Thank you for coming up to my podcast stream, guys. Shouts out again. Check out Prom. She's fucking amazing. If you don't know who, now you know. And yeah, you'll hopefully the people who watch this stream will be able to, you'll have some more female gamer friends.